her to join. She sent me a message to do Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Gaur Purnima Leela today. To talk about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Is that okay with everyone? Yes?
Yes, Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
Enthusiastic. Okay, that's wonderful. Okay, so let's start with prayers first. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatade Shatarine He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanusate Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vringa Govinda Swami Niti Namini Ukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Nagayate Viram Yat Kripatamaham Vande Shri Gurun Dinatarinam Paramanandam Bhagavam Shivam Chaitanyeshwaram. Okay, so we'll start with some prayers. We'll chant some prayers. Let me see if I have those prayers before we start. Chaitanya. Okay, please repeat after me. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda. Jai Advaita Chandra Jai Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Advaita Chandra Jai
Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda. Jai Jai
Jai Shri Jai Nityananda.
Jai Advaita Chandra Jai Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Advaita Chandra Jai Gaura Bhakta
Vrinda.
Okay, repeat after me. Pancha Tattvatmakam Krishnam.
Krishnam.
Am I sharing the screen? Can you all see it?
Yes.
Not
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam.
Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam.
Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam.
Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam.
Namami Bhakta Shaktikam.
Namami Bhakta Shaktikam.
Namo Mahavadanyaya.
Namo Mahabadanyaya
Krishna Prema Pradayate
Krishna Prema Pradayate
Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya
Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya
Namne Gauratvishe Namaha.
Namne Gauratvishe Namaha.
Okay, now the rest of it I'll just chant on my own. Yeah. Ananda Leela Maya Vigrahaya Hemapadilyakshavi Sundaraya Tasmai Mahaprema Rasa Pradaya Chaitanya Chandraya Namo Namaste. Ajanulambita Bhujao Kanakavadatao Sankirtanai Kapitarao Pitarao Kamalayatakshav Vishwambarao Vridhujavarao Yugadharmapalo Vande Jagat Priyakaro Karunavatarao Nityananda Maham Naumi Sarvanandam Karam Param Harinam Pradam Devam Avadhuta Shiromani Advaitam Harinadvaitat Acharyam Bhakti Shakti Samshanat Bhaktavataram Shamtam Advaitacharyam. Okay. All right. So Gaur Purnima is coming up, and I hope you all are preparing to welcome Lord Gauranga. And you'll just finish Nityananda. Yeah, Treyodashi. I'm going to just share my screen. Let me know if you all can see it. Yes? Can be seen?
Yes, Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
Okay. But now I can't go to that slideshow. Let me do that. Okay. All right. So now Adi Leela, Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela, chapter 3 and chapter 4 gives us the reasons of the appearance of Mahaprabhu. Chapter 3 is the external reasons, and chapter 4 will be the internal reasons of why Mahaprabhu appeared. Yeah. So why did Krishna appear? What does Krishna say in Bhagavad Gita? What are the reasons he appeared?
Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya dharma samsthapanaya sambhavami.
So 3 reasons, correct? Now, these 3 reasons can be done by any avatar. Krishna doesn't need to come himself for that. Can be done by any avatar. Parshuram can do all these things, right? But Krishna came himself. So what is the main reason Krishna came as himself? What does Bhagavatam tell you?
भक्तों की रक्षा करने के लिए कृष्ण आए थे.
वो तो कोई भी कर सकता है, परशुराम भी कर सकते थे.
To deliver us.
कृष्णा क्यों आए? हाँ?
To deliver the souls.
Deliver us where? From where to where?
From earth to Goloka.
हाँ. So is he taking us there the first time?
No, he's taken us before, but then we misbehaved and we came back.
So he came to, this word here is reclaim us.
Yeah, reclaim us. Reclaim.
Reclaim us.
Sorry, I forgot the word reclaim. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was leading you to it. I was trying to hint. So he came to reclaim us. And he also came so that he could show his pastimes, for which all the devotees love to watch. We don't care about everything else, right? We want to see Krishna's pastimes. Do we care about what is he going to do, saving Mother Earth, this, that, and all? No, we only bothered about the pastimes he did in Vrindavan. How he was as a child, how he was in his youth, how he was with the gopis. So he came to show us and to rekindle our memory so that we understand that we were also part and parcel of that pastime, and we go back. So he came to reclaim us. And then after that, when he went back, what happened?
Then Kali came.
Correct. And what happened in Kali? How was, according to Bhagavatam, what happened when Krishna went back to Goloka? Where did Dharma take shelter? One of the questions.
He took in this in Bhagavatam.
Correct. So what is the avatar he took immediately? The book avatar, right? The Shastra avatar. Bhagavatam is non-different. So now let's see why he came as, after that he came just 500 years ago himself as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So let's see why. Okay, so the first chapter of Chaitanya Charitamrita explains the meaning of the spiritual master. So there are two spiritual masters we have. One is Shiksha Guru and one is Diksha Guru. And both are equally important, right? And also in the first chapter, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami depicts Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda as the sun and moon. So during the day, the sun dissipates darkness, and during the night, the moon dissipates darkness. One gives heat, other cools. Other has cooling rays. One has hot rays, one has cooling rays. But both do the same thing of removing darkness. Allegorically, it's called removing our ignorance, right? And in the second chapter, it was concluded that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was Supreme Personality of Godhead, the king of, the son of the king of Vraja. There were many Shastric evidences which gives, and which Krishnadas Kaviraj gives, and he also talks about why we should not take shelter in any of the other theories. So according to Rupa Goswami, what is our bhakti anthem? What is bhakti? What is the definition of bhakti according to Rupa Goswami? Anya Bilashita. Anyone remembers this verse? Hemangini, Vaiji.
Annena abhilashitam shunyam.
Jnana, Karma Adi. Okay, so now this is a must memorize. I don't know, have you all done NOD yet? Any of you? Nectar of Devotion? Not yet. Anyway, since we are Rupanugas, this is what is definition of bhakti for us in the Gaudiya Vaishnava as Rupanugas, as followers of Srila Rupa Goswami. He gives in the Nectar of Devotion that bhakti to Krishna is Anya Abhilashita Shunyam. Any other Abhilasha other than pleasing Krishna should be zero. There's no other Abhilasha. Jnana, Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, Adi, etc. Ashtanga Yoga, Sankhya Yoga, anything else is anavritam. It's unnecessary, not needed. Avashya, anavashya. Yeah. Jnana, Karma, Adi, anavritam. Anukulena Krishna Anushilanam Bhaktir Uttama. Anukul, always do whatever is good for your bhakti, is anukul for your bhakti, not pratikul. Anukulena Anushilanam, follow the footsteps of the acharyas. Whatever they are recommending for you to do, follow that and do that. Then it is Uttama Bhakti. So that is our anthem. We do everything not because it is said in the Vedas, it is said in the Upanishads. We don't care. If it pleases Krishna, we will do it. For example, the gopis, when he had the headache, Narad Muni said that Krishna's headache will go only if you give the dust from your lotus feet. According to the Vedas, according to Puranas, Upanishads, it was completely an offense. Your dust from your lotus feet given to Krishna to put on his head. But it pleases Krishna, it is for his pleasure, the gopis gave. Doesn't matter, they said, take it and go. We don't care if you go to hell. So, Jnana, Karma, Adi, Anavsha. Okay? So now we look at the third chapter. Now in the, so what Krishnadas Kaviraj does is in the first chapter, he gives us 14 verses and then he breaks it up in a few chapters. So we're going to talk about this in our verse today. So this is a very important verse. Yeah, I'll just chant it and then we will discuss about this. Anarpitam charim chirat karunayavatirna kalau samarpayitam unnato ujjvala rasam swabhakti shriyam hariha purata sundara dyuti kadamba sandipitah sada hridaya kandare spuratu vaha shachinandanaha. May the Supreme Lord, Hari, who is known as the son of Srimati Shachi Devi, Shachi Nandanaha. You know, Shachi Nandanaha, who is known as the son of Srimati Shachi Devi, Sada Hridaya Kandare Spuratuvaha, be transcendentally situated in the innermost core of your heart. Purata Sundara Dhyuti Kadamba Sandipita, resplendent with the radiance of molten gold. Avatiranaha Kalau, he has descended in the age of Kali. Why? Karunaya, by his costless mercy, he was so karuna, he was karunya. To what did he come to do? Anarpita charimchira, to bestow what no other incarnation has ever offered before. Anna arpita, other incarnations arpita, they gave, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving what no other incarnation gave before. And what is that? Unnata, the most elevated. Swabhakti Shriyam, mellow of devotional service to him. Swabhakti. Ujjvala Rasam, the mellow of conjugal rasa. So let me just stop here for a second and ask you. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving what no other incarnation has given before. What is that? In one word, what is that?
Harinam
Important.
Sankirtan.
Okay. Not the full answer. Harinam Sankirtan could have been done even by Nityananda.
Sankirtan.
Half answer. What do you, okay, let me rephrase. Okay, Sankirtan is Mahamantra only. Let me rephrase. What does Sankirtan Mahamantra give you? That is the process. But what is the result of it?
Bhakti.
Devotional service was, you can do even to Narayan. What is so special about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu coming and giving you specially what no other incarnation has given before?
Krishna Prema.
Yes. Krishna Prema. So please understand this. Guard, जैसे बोलते हैं ना गांठ बांध के रख लो. Even Krishna cannot give you Krishna Prem. Only Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can give you Krishna Prem. So all of you are thinking, I will go straight to Krishna and Radha and get Krishna Prem, bypassing my Guru, bypassing Nityananda, bypassing Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Kuch nahi milne wala. You are not going to go anywhere. Because Krishna and Radhika, Krishna and Srimati Radharani, you have to be very highly qualified. Their level of qualification is very, very high. They will not even look at you. So whom do you go to? Person who's giving it freely. Agar do dukane hain, if there are two shops, one shop is charging you 1,000 rupees per kilo laddu, and the other one is giving you free. Where will you get 1 kg laddu from, Hemangini?
Who is giving me free? Maybe if quality is good, then definitely for free.
Same quality. एक ही जगह बन रहा है. पीछे दुकान एक ही जगह है, but दो दुकान पीछे warehouse एक ही है. Same laddu, but one is selling for 1,000 rupees a kg, and other one is giving you the same laddu free. Where will you go?
Free.
है ना? इतने तो बुद्धू नहीं है ना? है ना? So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving you free. तो कृष्ण प्रेम वहीं जाओगे ना कि यहाँ जाके अपना सर माथा फोड़ोगे. So what is the gist of it is no one else can give you Krishna prem. Now there will be a backup question to this which I will ask later, so pay attention. कहाँ गया यार? You all are seeing my screen now, na?
No.
Okay, 1 second. Okay. Now it was already established that Krishna is the son of the king of Braja. He eternally enjoys transcendental variegated opulences in his planet Goloka. We know all this, right? Now the eternal pastimes of the Lord in the spiritual planets are called Aprakat Leela. And when he comes to the material world, it's called Prakat Leela. We know all this. I'm just doing a bit of a recap, that's all. Any questions? When if you want, you can just stop me. Now, once in the day of Brahma, he descends in this world to manifest his transcendental pastime. So once in the day of Brahma, so we went through this. We've already done this in the past, correct? In Vaivasvata Manu, 28 Divya Yuga, end of Dwapar Yuga, Krishna comes himself. So we are very lucky. We've done this already. Right? We've done this. He comes, and then again he comes as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu again once in the day of Brahma. The same time Krishna comes as himself, that same Divya Yuga, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna comes as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Why does he come? Because he wants to establish the Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya and Shringar Ras, these 4 enjoyable rasas in the material world. Now we are not bothered, devotees are not bothered with Shantaras, which is the 5th one. That's why it's not mentioned. Chaitanya Charitamrita, you will not find any mention of Shantaras. So he decides to revive the eternally existing relationship between the Jiva and himself. So he came, he showed his pastimes in Vraja so that people can be attracted to him, and then they will leave all these imitation relationships in the material world and they will start worshipping him. So now after his appearance, when he went back, he said, he was like, okay, the transcendental personal dealings with his devotees in Dasya, Sakhya and Vatsalya Madhurya. So then so therefore one has to become a devotee, worship him in the regulative principles. One cannot understand without executing the regulative principles. But then too much attention was being given to the Aishwarya Bhav. So the Lord thought that this reduces the chance of one's entering the personal relationships. So therefore, to teach the principles of such loving dealings, he came as Lord Chaitanya. He wanted to establish these loving dealings. Right? So those engaged in bhakti according to ritualistic principle mentioned in the scriptures attains these 4 types of liberation. There are actually 5 types. One we don't bother with as devotees, which is merging with the Brahman, which is Sayujya. So there are 4 types: Sarshti, Sarupya, Samipya and Salokya. Anybody knows what are these liberations? These 4 liberations? Okay, let's Sarupya. What is Sarupya liberation? Anyone?
It's a roop, same like a Lord, four-handed form.
4-handed, like in the Vishnu Dutas. Samipya.
Samipya means close to Lord.
Close proximity, yeah, with the Lord. Salokya.
Place, same place.
Same loka. So like
Okay,
if
same
it's
loka.
if a person is worshipping the Lord in Varaha Rupa, so then the Vaikuntha planets, there's a separate planet for Lord Varahadev. So he will be Salokya with Varahadev. So Narsinghadev, so he will be Salokya with Narsinghadev. And then there is Sarshti. What is Sarshti?
Opulences. The same,
Same opulence
opulences.
as the Lord. Yeah, same opulence as the Lord. Wonderful. And the fifth one, of course, I mentioned Sayujya, which is merging with the Brahman, which we do not. That is suicide for us. We do not even think about merging into the Brahman. That is like spiritual suicide for us. So the devotee never cares for Sayujya liberation. Yeah. So when one associates with the pure devotees, what happens? He becomes elevated and he does not aspire even for Sarshti, Sarupya, Samipya, and Salokya. We don't even care for that. We don't care for even liberation. Pure devotees do not ask anything from the Lord for their personal benefit. That is Anya Abhilashita Shunyam. The only thing devotees want is to please the Lord. Do we care whether we have the same opulence or whether we have the same rupa? When Gopakumar went to Vaikuntha, when the Vishnu Dutas took him to Vaikuntha, they offered him. They said, Gopakumar, we'll give you our form. Gopakumar said, no, I don't want your form. I don't want it. I'm happy as I am. So we don't even want any of this kind. We only want to serve the Lord. If the Lord wants to give you that form, that's fine. No one but the Lord himself can teach this highest form. So therefore, when the Lord took the place of incarnation of Kali Yuga to spread the chanting of the Hare Krishna, which was the Kali Yuga's recommended process, he also distributed the process of devotional service. To teach this highest principle of spiritual life, the Lord appeared as the devotee. So what did he say? He thought, my plenary portions can establish the principles of religion of each age. In the third chapter, we spoke about the Amsha and the Kala, right? There were so many plenary portions and the portions of this plenary portions. Like I was saying, any of the avatars of Krishna can establish dharma. But to bestow the loving service performed by the residents of Raja, Krishna had to come himself as Chaitanya. So I'll just read these. Can someone just read the translations? Shall I chant the verse and you read? Okay, I'll chant. Yuga dharma pravartaimo nama sankirtana chari bhava bhakti diyo nachamu bhuvana. Translation.
Hare Krishna. I shall personally inaugurate the religion of the age, Nama Sankirtana, the congregational chanting of the holy name. I shall make the world dance in ecstasy, realizing the four mellows of loving devotional service.
Yes. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saying. And this 20th verse is very, very important. Apani karimu bhakta bhavangikare apani achari bhakti shikhaimu sabare. Translation.
I shall accept the role of a devotee and I shall teach devotional service by practicing it myself.
Yes. So this is a very important verse. Huh? Just remember this. This is the beginning of Chaitanya Charitamrita. I shall accept the role of a devotee and I shall teach bhakti to everyone by practicing it myself. It's not that I will come and teach you. No, but I will practice it so that you will see me doing it and you will do it yourself. आपने ना कोइलो धर्म शिखाना नयाय एता सिद्धांत गीता भागवते गाय.
Unless one practices devotional service himself, he cannot teach it to others. This conclusion is indeed confirmed throughout the Gita and Bhagavatam.
So very important for all of us. If we do not practice bhakti ourselves, we cannot give it to others. If we are not Krishna conscious, we cannot give Krishna consciousness to others. So we have to be extremely, extremely dhrida in our bhakti. So thus the lion like Lord Chaitanya appeared in Navadvip. He has the shoulders of a lion, the powers of the lion, and the loud voice of a lion. In his early pastimes, he was known as Vishwambhar. The meaning of Vishwambhar is nourishing and maintaining, because he floods the world with the nectar of devotion and thus saves the living beings. Now this Vishwambhar, Lord Chaitanya being named Vishwambhar, is not just maintaining like the Guna Avatar Vishnu. This is flooding the world with the nectar of devotion and thus saving the living beings. In his later pastimes, he is known as Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya, and he blesses the whole world by teaching about the name and fame of Lord Krishna. Right? So this is a verse from Mahabharata, which confirms that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna. Now, sometimes people say, how do we know? Where is the proof that Lord Chaitanya is not just a sannyasi and he's Krishna himself? So there was a prediction in Vishnu Sahasranam. This is the verse in Vishnu Sahasranam. Suvarna Varna Hemango Varangas Chandanangadi Sannyasa Krichama Shanto Nishtha Shanti Parayanaha. Yeah. Rukma Varna Kartaram Isham refers to Supreme Personality of Godhead as having the complexion of color of molten gold. Suvarna Varna Hemango. Baldev Vidyabhushan explained that the word Varanga means exquisitely beautiful. Varanga. Purusham, Brahma Yonim indicates that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And it also indicates later that Sannyasa Krit Chama Shanto. Later, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas. Right? And then in Bhagavatam also there was prediction in the 11th canto. Krishna Varnam Tvisha Krishnam Sangopangastra Parshadam Yagne Sankirtana Prayer Yajanti Hi Sumedasaha. So Krishna Varnam means two meanings. He is the Varna of Krishna from inside. Yeah. Or Varnanam. He's always chanting about Krishna. So he's always engaged in describing about Krishna. So that's also Krishna Varnam. Sango Pangastra Parshadam. Whenever the Lord comes with his avatars, he has his different Sangha, Upanga and Astra. So Sango is all his near dear devotees, his ornaments, like the sandalwood paste was his bodily ornament as Lord Chaitanya. His Astra was the beautiful Mahamantra, and Sangha, Anga, Sangha, who are that? Upangas, all his associates who came with him. Like all the Acharyas, Lord Nityananda, Advaita Acharya, Gadadhar Prabhu, Srivas, all of them. So he never comes alone, right? So they are all Nityananda, Advaita Acharya was in Vishnu Tattva. Actually, all the Pancha Tattvas are Vishnu Tattva, but they took different roles, right? So we should understand that Lord Chaitanya was completely Vishnu Tattva. He was Satchit Ananda. Devatas like Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, when they come in contact with material energy, what happens? Their power and potency also has different gradations. Because they come under the influence of Maya, they cannot. So Advaita Prabhu and Nityananda Prabhu are both plenary portions. So who is Nityananda Prabhu? Expansion of
Lord Balram.
Balram.
And Advaita Prabhu, anyone knows? He's Mahavishnu and Lord Sadashiv. So Mahavishnu is who? Karanodakshayi Vishnu, right? Right? Mahavishnu is Karanodakshayi Vishnu and he's Sadashiv. So now Sadashiv is not the Shambhu Tattva Sadashiv. Sadashiv is the Vishnu Tattva Sadashiv. There are three tattvas of Lord Shiva. One is the Vishnu Tattva, who's called Sadashiv, who's in the spiritual world. Then there is one who is Shambhu Tattva, who glances and who is the husband of Mahamaya. And there are these Rudras, who are the 11 Rudras, who are the Jiva Tattvas. Any Jiva can become the Rudras, any one of the 11 Rudras. But Shambhu is Shambhu and Sadashiv is Vishnu Tattva. So Lord Sri Advaita Prabhu was Mahavishnu and Sadashiv, both. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Prabhu are Vishnu Tattvas. While Gadadhar, who is Gadadhar Pandit? Anyone? You all haven't done Panchatattva before? Okay, maybe we can have a class just on Panchatattva. So Gadadhar Pandit is Srimati Radharani. So therefore he is Shakti Tattva. Srimati Radha is Shakti Tattva. And Srivas Acharya is Jiva Tattva. And he's an expansion of Lord Narad. Sorry, not Lord Narad, Narad Muni. Right? So he represents Jiva Tattva. So let's go back. In the Pancha Tattva, so when we chant Jai Shri Krishna, Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita, Gadadhara, Srivas, and then Adi, all the other associates. So Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Vishnu Tattva, Nityananda, Lord Balaram, Vishnu Tattva, Advaita Acharya, Vishnu Tattva, who is Mahavishnu and Sadashiv together, Gadadhar Pandit, Shakti Tattva, who is Srimati Radharani, and Srivas is Narad Muni representing Jiva Tattva. Okay. So now Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the father and he's the inaugurator of the Sankirtan movement. One who worships him by sacrificing. Now this is given in Chaitanya Charitamrita. I haven't put this. I just copy pasted. These are verses in Chaitanya Charitamrita. One who worships him by sacrificing his life, money, intelligence and words for the Sankirtan movement is recognized by the Lord and endowed with his blessings. So how many of you use one of this or all of these? I think all of you use all of these, right? Have you sacrificed your life? Life as in not like giving up your life. You sacrificed your material life, right? For Krishna consciousness. Have you sacrificed your money? You do, don't you? You sacrifice your time? Of course you do. Your intelligence? Yes, you do, right? You've given up material intelligence to know spiritual. So, yes. So therefore the Lord is recognizing this and he's already blessed you. So it's something really, so when you read this in Chaitanya Charitamrita, you feel so nice, you know, you have some kind of guarantee that the Lord is watching you. He's acknowledging what you're doing. All others may be said to be foolish. Who are foolish? For of all sacrifices in which a man may apply his energy, a sacrifice made for the Sankirtan movement is the most glorious. In other words, one who accepts the chanting of Hare Krishna to be some kind of pious activity is completely misled. Isn't this one of the 10 offenses to consider the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra as a ritualistic karma kand activity? Of course, it is pious, but the real fact is that Krishna and his name being transcendental are far above the mundane pious activity. Pious activity is on the material platform, but chanting of the holy name of Krishna is completely in the spiritual plane. So we don't have to consider, will we get any pious result? You're getting Vishuddha Sattva. You're getting transcendental rewards. So now Advaita Acharya saw that the whole entire world was engaged in activities. Advaita Acharya was much older to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He saw that everyone was in material piety. If you read Chaitanya Bhagavat, you will be surprised to know that what was these material activities which Advaita Acharya was saying. Okay, he was saying that he was seeing that people were spending too much in marriage functions. They were having five days of enjoyment and programs. So I used to think that we are only wasting our money and time now because of Karan Johar and his elaborate marriage functions. But this was happening even 500 years ago. Advaita Acharya was saying people were spending, Chaitanya Bhagavat actually shows, it's written that Advaita Acharya said people are just wasting money on marriage functions, and they were having 5 days of celebrations. And I was like, oh my God, we're having it now. And they were also wasting too much money on funeral celebrations. So you're saying people were so much into material piety that there was no trace of Krishna consciousness. Everybody was engaged in material sense gratifications. And and everyone is engaged in material sense gratification, but people have no plan for making an ultimate solution to their real problems, namely Janma, Mrityu, Jara and Vyadhi. The 4 material miseries are called Bhava Roga, material diseases. They can be cured only by Krishna consciousness. Please understand this. 4 material miseries are called Bhava Roga, and they can be only cured by Krishna consciousness. Birth, death, old age, and disease, actually, if you think materialistically, has no cure. But it can be cured only by Kesi, because there will be no Janma, Mrityu, Jara. There will be no cycle of birth and death. So it's the biggest benediction for human society. So what did he do while thinking that how should I propitiate Krishna by worship of the following verse came to mind. He said, how will I go and beg Krishna to come? So he remembered this word. Tulasi dala matrena jalasya chulukena va vikrinite swamahatmanam bhaktebhyo bhaktavatsalaha. He said, Sri Krishna, who is very affectionate towards his devotees, sells himself to a devotee who offers him merely a tulsi leaf and a palm full of water. This is a verse from the Gautamiya Tantra. So we should be so grateful to Srila Prabhupada that we do this every day in our worship of the Lord. Through devotional service, one can easily please Lord Krishna with a leaf of tulsi plant and a little water. So therefore, what did he do? He offered tulsi and Ganga water to his Shaligram Shila. And he, thinking of the lotus feet of the Lord, he was constantly offering tulsi manjaris and water of the Ganges, and he loudly called out to Krishna, hey Krishna, please come. And therefore, the principal reason for Chaitanya's descent is the appeal by Advaita Acharya. The Lord, the protector of religion, appears by the desire of his devotee. He gave a commitment. Okay, before we go, so this was the external reason. Now we will do, so this is Advaita Acharya offering to his Shaligram. Now we will do the internal reasons. Now before that, I want to ask you, what is the meaning of commitment to you all? What is commitment? Give me an example of any commitment from your life.
While taking Diksha, we have committed in front of Guru Maharaj and the temple that we will follow 4 regulative principles till the end of our life.
Mata, you're truly spiritual. Please give me some material example.
Marriage.
I'm not as elevated as you are.
Once we are married, we commit that till death और 7 जन्मों तक, वैसे तो होता है 7 जन्मों तक का कमिटमेंट.
और फिर उसके बाद थोड़े साल बाद बोलते हैं कि ये 7वां है ना?
तो वो कमिटमेंट निभाना ही पड़ता है ना. We have no.
दिया तो करना ही है somewhat में.
Chalo, give me some smaller example of commitment, the bhari bharkam commitment. Anyway, what you're saying is right. Do we break our commitment so easily? Okay, let's say Valentine's Day. Your husband commits to you. Is bar Valentine's Day, we will go somewhere on a holiday. Okay, chalo holiday nahi, let's go out for dinner. I'll bring you a bouquet of roses. I'm telling you bouquet of roses because I'll tell you what this pastime in my life. Bouquet and roses on Valentine's Day and my life has a very long story. I'll tell you after it. But what happens when your husband comes and says, sorry, I have to cancel because office mein kuch hai, important work. How would you feel? Oh, all of y'all elevated. Thank you very much, Pati. I don't want to go with you. I'll go with my boyfriend. How will you feel?
थोड़ा बुरा लगेगा.
थोड़ा ही?
हाँ,
अच्छा.
मतलब
थोड़ा.
depending upon the number of years that have passed.
Yeah, exactly.
ज़्यादा
I was
बुरा.
about to say. Yeah, initially it would have been a little bit of a disappointment. By the way, my son younger one's birthday is on Valentine's Day, February 14th. So no choice, he cannot miss.
How would your child feel if you promised him a birthday party and you had to cancel his birthday party on his birthday? Veggie. Disappointed.
Yeah.
So the same way when Lord Krishna committed to Advaita Acharya that he will come, he came. But when he comes to give Krishna Prem and we don't receive him, imagine how bad he feels. I'm giving you free, Baba. Kuch nahi karna hai, bas 16 rounds karna hai. Srila Prabhupada even brought it down to 16, 64 bhi nahi. Earlier in Gaudiya Math, we had to chant 64 rounds. But Srila Prabhupada brought it to 16 rounds. And 4 regulative principles. These are the minimum. We don't even want to do that. We are getting everything free. Free actually because of Srila Prabhupada, even more free. But we are not ready to do that commitment. That's why when we take Diksha, when we commit to the Guru, we have some responsibility. That yes, okay, Guru has taken responsibility for me. He is standing between me and my, the results of me breaking my promise. See what happens when you break your promise. You don't get the reaction for it. Your Guru gets it. So then you have the responsibility, whatever, come what may, 16 rounds and 4 regulative principles. But then because of the mercy of your Guru and Lord Nityananda, who is Guru Tattva, there comes a stage where you don't have to do too much effort. Hai na? Hemangani and Vinita, now you all are initiated. You don't have to think. 16 rounds though is there already. Extra rounds bhi ho jate hain. Now what are we doing? We are trying to become better in our bhakti. We are avoiding all the things we shouldn't do or which harms our Krishna consciousness. Hai na? Am I right, Himangni? Yes. So therefore, this commitment is very important. Just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu committed to Advaita Acharya, we also have to commit. Okay, let's do the internal reasons quickly and then we can stop. Yeah. So now in the 4th chapter talks about the internal reasons. So there are 3 internal reasons why Krishna came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now Krishna is Rasaraj. He's the king of the relationship mellows. So there are 3 principal purposes of his own. He had his own reasons. First reason was to relish the position of Srimati Radharani, the prime reciprocator of the transcendental love of Sri Krishna. Krishna is the subject and Srimati Radharani is the object of transcendental mellow. To understand the transcendental mellow of himself and to experience his own attractiveness. And the third, to enjoy the bliss which Srimati Radharani tasted. He's saying she always used to enjoy more, and Krishna used to feel, how is it that she is enjoying more than me? I should be enjoying more than her. But the more Krishna was enjoying, more he was relishing, he saw that Srimati Radha was even more relishing it. So he comes as Chaitanya, accepting the emotions and the bodily luster of Srimati Radha. So the confidential devotee of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Sri Swarup Damodar Goswami and Srila Rupa Goswami. And they have recorded all this and they have given it to us. So this is the reference, this is the proof. So this fourth chapter describes the difference between lust and love. The transactions between Krishna and Radha are completely different from material lust. It can never be compared. Very, very clearly Krishnadas Kaviraj says this. Now, question is, am I qualified to describe Lord Krishna? So Krishnadas Kaviraj says the person who is qualified is the one who is, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives his mercy. By the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even a foolish child can fully describe the real nature of Krishna, the enjoyer of the pastimes of Raja according to the vision of the revealed scriptures. So therefore, it is important to get Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. And you will get Mahaprabhu's mercy only through Guru Tattva, the Lord Nityananda. So you don't think you can go directly. Please beg to Nitai, beg to Gauranga. You will get Radha Krishna Prema. Krishna is the source of all incarnations. We've done this in Bhagavatam also. Yeah. Lord Narayan is the four primary expansions. The Chaturvyuha is Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. Matsya and other Leela incarnations, the Yuga avatars, the Manvantara avatars, everything. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. So the two reasons for the Lord's appearances is that the Lord wanted to taste the essence and the mellow of love of God. He wanted to taste the love of God himself and the mellows. And he wanted to propagate devotional service on the platform of spontaneous attraction. Not Vedhi Sadhana Bhakti, Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti. Yes, Raganuga Bhakti. Thus, he is known as supremely jubilant and as most merciful. The Lord reveals how to control himself. Krishna thought, what did he think? He said, the entire universe is filled with my Aishwarya Bhav. And therefore, my Prema Bhakti has become weak. And this does not satisfy me. Krishna is not satisfied by Aishwarya Bhav. If one regards me as the Supreme Lord and is not subordinate, I do not become subservient to his love. Nor can he control me. Krishna wants to be controlled. So which rasa is superior? Is there really one that is superior of all rasas? Yes and no. Vatsalya, Sakhya, Dasya, there is no difference. A person who is in Dasya Bhav, you can't say is lower than Vatsalya Bhav. Or a person who is in Shringar Ras and Madhurya Bhav is lesser or higher than Mother Yashoda who is in Vatsalya Bhav. They all have their own positions. Four kinds of devotees are the receptacles: Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya, and Madhurya. Each devotee feels that his sentiment is most excellent and he has tasted the greatest happiness. So we cannot compare sentiments. Okay. And Dasya, and then Sakhya also has Dasya. Vatsalya has Sakhya and Dasya. Madhurya has Vatsalya, Sakhya, Dasya, all. Doesn't mean Madhurya is the best. Whoever is in whatever rasa according to your constitutional position, you're the most excellent because Krishna makes you feel that way. Now, Srimati Radhika has all these different names. Her name is Sri Radhika, Aradhana, Sarvakanti, Sarvalakshmi, Krishnamayi, Devi, Lakshmi Mai. So Srimati Radhika is the transformation of Krishna's love, and her internal energy is called Hladini. Radha is one who gives pleasure to Krishna, so she is called Krishna Mai. She is also the enchantress of Govinda, Govinda Priya. She is the be-all and end-all of Govinda, Sarvakanti. Yeah. What's the difference between Kama and Prema? Kama, lust, is you gratify your own senses. Your object of love are your own senses. It's like a dirty laundry, you know. You have to keep cleaning it. Yeah. But prema is to desire to please Krishna's senses. Object of love is Krishna, and it is spotless. It is amala, and prema is like gold. It's so precious. But kama, lust, is like iron. Eventually it will become rusted. Kama is darkness, prema is bright sun. Gopis taste 10 million times more pleasure than Krishna, and therefore he wanted to taste that prema. So Lord Chaitanya is Radha and Krishna combined. So Lord Sri Chaitanya is Krishna, but in the mood of Radha. So he initiated the dharma of Kali Yuga, and the devotees of Lord Chaitanya know all these truths. So who are these devotees? Advaita Acharya, Nityananda Prabhu, Srivas Pandit, Gadadhar Pandit, Swarup Damodar, Murari Gupta, Haridas Thakur, Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami. So it's very good to read biographies of all these. Who can understand these subject matters? So these conclusions are like newly grown twigs of a mango tree. They are always pleasing to the devotees who in this way resemble cuckoo trees. Krishnadas Kaviraj says. So if you see this picture over here, in this Tulabhar, one devotee friend is much better and more valuable than a bunch of non-devotee friends. So be very careful whom you associate with. Right? So to enter Golok Vrindavan, one should be in spontaneous devotion. Raga Nuga Bhakti. So who came to teach us this? Lord Chaitanya. And who is teaching us here? So what is our constitutional position? Anyone remembers this verse? Jivera? I think Himangani knows.
Nitya Krishna Das.
Yes. So our Swarupa is Nitya Krishna Das. What is Nitya? What does Nitya mean?
Always.
Eternal.
Eternal.
Eternal. Eternally we are Krishna's Das. Will we ever become the master? Even if he has Sarshti liberation, same opulence as Krishna. Okay, let me ask you a question. What is Lord Nityananda's position? What relationship does he share with Lord Chaitanya? He's a servant. He may be 12 years older to Lord Chaitanya. He is Lord Balaram. He is his brother. He is everything, the first expansion. But he is Nitya, his servant. Advaita Acharya, he says, Mui Taradas, he says, he shouts, he says, I am your servant, I am your servant. Advaita Acharya was 52 years older to Lord Chaitanya. He says, I'm your servant. So no one, even Advaita Acharya, who is Mahavishnu, says, I'm your servant. Who are we? We are also his servants. We also have our eternal constitutional position in one of these rasas. Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya, Madhurya, whatever. And how will you get this? By constantly chanting this constitutional position will be revealed to you. So this Gaur Purnima, if you are whatever, how many ever rounds you're chanting, if you have not reached 16 yet, make a vow to yourself, make a commitment to yourself to increase it. How much of it? If you're chanting 2, chant 4. If you're chanting 4, chant 6. If you're chanting 6, chant 8. Chanting 16, chant better rounds, quality rounds. If you want to increase your rounds, increase it. That's up to you. But make a vow, make a commitment with Lord Chaitanya. And Anya Abhilashita Shunyam. No other Abhilasha but please him. So therefore, do everything which is conducive for Krishna consciousness. What is not good for Krishna consciousness, reject it, avoid it. Reduce your time on YouTube, reduce your time on Facebook. On Ekadashi Vratas, it's a very nice way I've heard it. When you're fasting, fast not only from grains, fast from social media also. Have a fasting day for that. Ekadashi, keep Ekadashi for that if you want. Or every Monday if you want. Or every Saturday if you want. One day, don't touch your Facebook, don't touch your YouTube, don't touch. If it is a problem, whatever is giving you problem in hampering your progress in Krishna consciousness, fast from that for one day. Then increase it to 1 week, increase it to 1 month, increase it to Chaturmasya, 4 months. You will be fine. So this Gaur Purnima, understand who is Lord Chaitanya, who is Lord Nityananda. Okay, so let me ask my next question, which I said I will ask later. Can Srila Prabhupada or Rupa Goswami give you Krishna Prem?
Srila Prabhupada, can I try?
Yes.
Srila Prabhupada and Rupa Goswami has like they have cooked for us the meal and it's ready in the plate. So with the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu only we can taste it. Get the Krishna.
Can you get Krishna Prem? But can they give you Krishna Prem?
Yes.
Okay. Everyone agrees or someone has, if no one says anything, that means you all agree with her. If she's wrong, then you are all wrong. So think for yourself.
I think we
Be
need it,
independent.
right? We need it. We have to show that we need it. And then they'll give.
Sorry.
Mercy. Krishna's mercy also is required.
So you mean to say that if we desire, then Chaitanya, then Srila Prabhupada, Rupa Goswami can give you Krishna Prem?
Yeah, we have to, kind of
If you
have
desire.
that
Okay,
intention,
you desire.
right?
Veji has the desire. So you go to Srila Prabhupada or Rupa Goswami, they can give you? Your answer is yes. Because you desired it. Nice, good answer. Anyone else who agrees with her? Anyone else has another opinion?
I have also the same opinion because the biggest proof is we are here in the class. It is because of his mercy. It is because of their mercy that we are here in the class.
So
Their
you got
mercy has
Krishna
brought
Prem?
me.
That means you have Krishna Prem.
Yes.
You have Krishna Prem.
Yes.
So then why are you here in the material world?
Krishna Prem, I think it is just the beginning. It is a desire for Krishna Prem. We still on our path. We have started on the path. But bringing us on this path is their mercy. Otherwise, I remember because how I joined Nandini's, I went to the marriage anniversary of one of the devotees.
No, I understand that. What I'm asking is Srila Prabhupada and Rupa Goswami, can they give you Krishna Prem? Yes or no? Your answer is yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay, fine. Veji says yes. Hemangani says yes. Vinti says yes. Who else? Bharti?
Yeah, I also agree with them. But भाव should be there. हमारे अंदर भक्ति का भाव होना चाहिए, कृष्ण प्रेम होना चाहिए. Then only we can realize Guru is there and he is guiding us.
बेटा, Krishna Prem is your goal. तुम शुरू ही कृष्ण प्रेम से करोगे तो कैसे होगा?
बट अगर माता जी बिल्कुल हम लोग अनजान होंगे, like we are already there, कृष्ण भक्ति में है, then only we realizes कि हाँ कृष्ण प्रेम है, we do all that seva and all.
You are misunderstanding between prema for Krishna and Krishna prema. I'm talking about prema bhakti, like the gopis in Vrindavan. I'm talking about bhava bhakti, prema bhakti. I'm not talking about, yes, I love Krishna, but I will continue, doing all my material activities. I will continue eating onion, garlic. I will continue all my problems. I will not chant 16 rounds, but I love Krishna. That is not Krishna prem. I'm talking about prema bhakti, like the gopis had. When you chant, do you get goosebumps? Do you get tears in your eyes? Do you get the Ashta Sattvika Bhav? Do you get it?
Yeah.
Yes, you get the Ashta Sattvika Bhav?
Ash Sattva, I don't have, but when I chant 16 rounds, like I want to do more. I don't want to stop.
That is
My
not,
feeling is that.
that is
like,
not prema bhakti. That is not prema bhakti. That is, we still haven't even reached nishtha yet. Prema bhakti is after. Prema bhakti, वैसे भी you can't get in this body. You will only go up till bhav bhakti. For prema bhakti, you have to take another birth. So, can they give you? The answer is no. Srila Prabhupada, Rupa Goswami, everyone cannot give you prema bhakti. Only Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can give you prema bhakti. Ye bold caption mein likh ke rakho. So what is the need of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? What is the need of Srila Prabhupada, Rupa Goswami, all our acharyas? They can give you the access to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Who will give you prema bhakti? Krishna prema. Without access. And who has this? So there is this storehouse of prema bhakti. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu owns the storehouse. He's giving it for you free. But someone has to open the door. Right? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is inside the door. Who's going to open the door? First of all, where is the storehouse? So this is all it's an allegorically I'm speaking, that there is the storehouse, but we want Krishna Prem, we want Prema Bhakti. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the only one who can give it to you, who is the storehouse of Krishna Prem. Even Krishna cannot give you, even Radha cannot give you. But Srila Prabhupada, Rupa Goswami, all our acharyas can give you access. Now they give you access to the storehouse. But who has the key to open the storehouse? Who has the key? Come on, this is all very, very important philosophical points. You should memorize these and put it in your, even when you're chanting, you should understand this. Who has the key to the storehouse?
The Guru?
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is inside the storehouse.
The Guru can give the key?
Only
Lord
we have.
Nityananda.
Okay.
Huh?
Lord Nityananda.
Oh.
Lord Balaram, who is Guru Tattva. He will open it for you. Without the door opening, without that key, can you reach Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who's inside the storehouse? No, you can't. So therefore, please, please beg, pray to Lord Nityananda. And he is so, so, so merciful, much more than Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Immediately he will open the door and give you access to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will give you Krishna Prem. This Gaur Purnima, meditate on these points. What is the position of acharyas and guru in your life? They are giving you access. All the people who here who have taken Diksha, what has your guru promised? Your guru during initiation promises you that I will do whatever it takes to take you back home, back to Godhead in this lifetime. I will do everything possible. What's he doing? He's giving you access. Your Guru has given you access to the mercy of the Acharyas. Sri Rupa Goswami, we are all Rupanugas. He is telling you what to do and what not to do in nectar of instruction, nectar of devotion. Follow his instructions. Study Bhagavatam. Srila Prabhupada has given us purports. And then beg, pray every day. Go in front of the altar. Pray to your... how many of you have Panchatattva in your altar? Then go, please. If you don't have, please bring Panchatattva or Gaur Nitai and keep them in the altar. Pray to Lord Nityananda first, pray to Lord Chaitanya first, and then approach Radha and Krishna. Don't approach Radha and Krishna. Gaur Nitai are so merciful, they do not take any offenses. All these seva aparads we do every day, mantra hinam, kriya hinam, bhakti hinam, so many things we do. Gaur Nitai do not take any offenses. But if you worship Radha Krishna directly, any small mistake, you are committing big offenses. You will get the result of it also. They will not take it lightly. So please, Kali Yuga, worship Gaur Nitai. Through them, worship Radha and Krishna. Do not approach Radha Krishna directly. So this Gaur Purnima, meditate on these points and pray that you all become Dhrida Bhaktas. And Dhrida Bhakta means foundation, 16 rounds, 4 regulative principles. If you're already doing that, think about Diksha. Think. Pray to Lord Nityananda, who's the Jagat Guru, who's your Chaitya Guru, and beg Lord Chaitanya to put you into Parampara. Yes? So this time, go deep. And those who are already initiated, this is not the end. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. You have to now get into quality rounds. You have to stop all the activities which give you karma so that you accumulate more and more of your bhakti. You have to go from, you've already done sadhu sangha, you're doing bhajana kriya, now you're in anartha nivriti stage. You have to, all the anarthas have to be removed so that you come to nishtha. And you have to get your Brahmanical initiation, because with Gayatri mantra, your Harinam, your Hare Krishna Mahamantra becomes million times more powerful. So this is just the beginning. Yeah. So this Gaur Purnima, you have to beg for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. Yes. Okay, we'll stop. Any questions? I don't think. If there is, please do ask. Otherwise, we can stop.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, I have to leave.
Sure. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
It's a very wonderful class, Mataji.
Yes.
Though we heard this thing so many times, but again it's bombarding.
Yes.
I open.
Yeah, we have to really keep listening to it again and again. For me also, unless I listen to it 3, 4, 5 times, then only it goes into me. Once it doesn't go.
Yes, reminders are always needed. Hare Krishna, Hari Bol.
Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Okay, so shall we stop if there's no other questions? All right. Okay. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyaivacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo. Samveta Vaishnavrinda ki jai, Harinam Sankirtan ki jai, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai, Nityananda Prabhu ki jai, Panchatattva ki jai. Hare Krishna, everyone. See you all.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranam.